Well, I thought about this video for a while, and so far I created a lot of self-improvement videos. So many that having seen them, you should actually be perfectly improved by now. Benny, you haven't even done 25 videos. And maybe after 25 videos there are no more tips? Only about 3 of your videos were actually on self-improvement. Shh, they're not supposed to know that. Also, I don't think it matters because maybe you haven't seen all my other videos yet. Big mistake, by the way, you should watch all my other videos. Especially the ones with a few hundred views, which is like almost all of them. The fuck am I doing here? Okay, now honestly, I don't want to present the same ideas over and over. That's why today I want to share with you the 9 rules I actually adapted into my life. The ones that actually made a difference. And it's got a little bit of everything. Productivity, health, finance, to name a few. Know the 80-20 rule? It basically says that 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort. And the last 20%, getting somewhere close to perfect, takes like forever. Yeah, forget that rule. I've got something slightly different in mind. Let's call it the don't go insane rule. See, I'm convinced that for most things in life, especially habits or activities that are flexible, we're actually most consistent and effective if we aim for 80% structure and 20% flexibility. Now, this doesn't apply to everything. Some things require precision. But in everyday habits, trying to be perfect all the time often backfires. Now, why am I mentioning this? Why is this so important? Well, according to my script, it leads us to the first rule. Yeah, I got a script. Sorry, I can't memorize everything. Okay, the first one is done is better than perfect. There was a time I thought I should only do things if I did them perfectly, which mostly resulted in me doing nothing. Get it? Because, well, I'm perfectly good at nothing. Good job explaining the joke. So, why not aim for perfect? I mean, sure, you don't want to install an oven wrong and burn down your house. But for most things, it's about momentum. If I tried to make every YouTube video perfect, I could only upload about 3 per year. Instead, I just focus on improving each time. That way, I don't get stuck and I can post almost every week. You overthink less, you learn faster, you build confidence. Because 10 finished projects at 80% quality will always beat one perfect project, which is never done. And as a matter of fact, done is not the opposite of perfect. It's what allows you to get there eventually. 2. Outsource your thoughts. Because I don't trust in my brain anymore. It remembers random stuff from 2012, but forgets what I'm supposed to do today. And the problem is, your brain never really rests. The moment you do nothing, it's like, hey, don't forget this and the thing from 3 weeks ago. So I just write everything down. Not because I'm super organized, but because I don't want to think about it anymore. And the moment it's written down, my brain can finally relax. Now you might think, okay, but doesn't this just create another chaotic list? Yeah, it does, unless you do something with it. What I do is simple. If it's important, it goes into my calendar. If it's urgent, I set a reminder. If it's a random thought, I just dump it into my notes and can always come back to it if I want to. That way, my brain doesn't have to organize anything. 3. Reduce input, increase output. Okay, do you ever feel drained because you're doom scrolling or just indulging into videos or books? Well, there's nothing fundamentally wrong about consuming knowledge. Yes, I just called your hobby of mindlessly scrolling through TikTok consuming knowledge. After the 10th video of someone cleaning a carpet that was lying around for 200 years or an infinite loop of soap cutting, you should probably be a pretty wise person by now. Okay, let's be honest for a sec now. It feels productive, but it's not. Let's imagine you watch a tutorial on 9 rules that will change your life. I mean, I heard somewhere that video is great. Don't know who said it anymore. No, really, try them. If you like the new habits, great. If you don't like them, good, but at least now you know. At some point you don't need more input. You need to do something. 3. Don't overcomplicate it. Nutrition and sports. Okay, no, don't click away. This is not gonna be one of those perfect diet, perfect workout plan kinds of talks. Because let's be honest, most of those only work for about 3 days. And then you're back on your couch eating chips like nothing ever happened. The point is, there is no perfect plan for everyone. If there was, everyone would look the same, but they don't. Some people eat the same things and get completely different results. There are so many sports and healthy food options out there. If you heard spinach is healthy but you hate it, well, just don't eat a ton of spinach in every meal. Maybe you like carrots, maybe you like zucchini. Just choose the stuff you like the most from these healthy options. Because forcing yourself to eat something you hate isn't sustainable. And that's not healthy either. Same goes for training. Do a little bit of research, try things out, adjust over time. Number 5, sleep on it. Because sometimes you get these brilliant ideas. I'm gonna start running. I need a bike. Makes sense. Or I'm gonna be a YouTuber. Okay, that actually worked out. Well, kind of. I didn't say successful, but you did get the point. I once had this idea. I love photography, I have a YouTube channel. Why not combine both and film myself taking pictures? Great idea, right? So I bought this neck mount for my smartphone. Yeah, used it once. And while using it, I knew never again. But at that point, it was too late. Amazing purchase. Completely unnecessary, and that's the problem. In the moment, everything feels like a great idea. So now I follow a simple rule. If it's a bigger decision or purchase, I wait at least 24 hours. And the bigger it is, the longer I wait. Because most bad decisions don't survive a good night of sleep. Number 6. Do less, but longer. Or in simple terms, do a little bit every day instead of everything in one day. See, when I was younger, I was pretty good at getting motivated. Like, really motivated. Day 1, new life. Day 2, still going strong. Day 3, already telling people about it. Day 4, yeah, never mind. For example, I once decided, I'm gonna go running every day. Great idea! I think I made it 3 days. And then I just stopped completely. But the problem wasn't running, the problem was doing too much too fast. Because what works is actually the opposite. Going once a week. Doesn't sound impressive. But do that for a year and suddenly you've gone running 50 times instead of 3. Number 7. Start sooner. Okay, this one is about money. And don't worry, this is not gonna turn into a finance lecture. I'm not a finance bro. Because honestly, I don't think you need to be an expert. But you should at least understand the basics. Okay, this was the most finance bro sentence ever. Anyway, you learn a lot in school, but apparently not what to do with your money. And for a long time I just thought, I'll deal with it later. Which is a great strategy if you want future you to hate you. The thing is, money sitting in your bank account doesn't really do anything. But over time, small amounts can actually grow into something big. And you don't need to overcomplicate it. I'm not talking about becoming a stock market genius or investing all your money in some random hype thing. I think we've all seen how that can go. The idea is much simpler. Just take a small percentage of what you earn and put it to the side for something bigger, for your future, because time does most of the work anyway. And the earlier you start, the easier it gets. Number 8, control attention. Because we already have enough distractions. And then your phone is like, ping, someone liked your post. Thank you, needed to know that. The problem is, as you know, it's never just one notification. You check your phone for 2 seconds and suddenly it's 20 minutes later. And you're watching a guy building a house in the jungle or something. And your focus is gone. Especially when you actually try to get something done. One notification is enough to break your concentration. So what I do is simple. I turn off almost all notifications. No social media, nothing. Only the things that matter. Because I want to decide when to check my phone and not the other way around. Number 9, close the loop. Because I used to have the same problem. I had all these tasks in my head or somewhere in my notes. And somehow they never got done. They just kept coming back week after week. At some point it's not even a to-do anymore, it's part of your personality. Yeah, I should really do that, but you never do. There is this one task around on your list since 2021. It's longer than some friendships lasted. Well, I just do it tomorrow for the next 3 months. Review everything at the start of the week. Block some time in the week to actually get it done. Write it on your to-do list. And don't do everything in one day. So yeah, these are the rules I try to live by. I don't follow them perfectly, obviously. You know, 80-20 rule. But they make life a little simpler, a little less chaotic. And honestly, that's kind of the goal. Anyway, I'll probably make another video about this in a few months and pretend to have figured out even more. See you then.